Right, patrons, it's Trev here. You know that. I'm camping today. I've got a new contraption as well. So videos from the trail from my new video. I've got a new phone. A decent phone for once. I haven't had a decent phone in my entire life. So yeah, it might even be a bit more reliable with my view range on there. But anyway, I'm here up at, oh, what's it called? Fordsland Ledge. Fordsland Ledge, up just beyond High Willhays. Do you want to have a look around? Out in the Vik one. There's the tour. It's Fordsland. And this is the ledge. There's Lint's tour out there. I don't know if you can see that now. And a moon. Only a half moon tonight. Sunset. Blooming cold. It's got really cold. So that's happened. So yeah, the Vik one. Did I show you the tent? There's the tent. Vik one again. Yeah. I thought I'll give it a test. It's meant to get quite windy tonight. Sort of 30-40 miles an hour winds. So I'm tucked in around the corner a bit. It's northerly winds coming over here. So I should be sort of tucked behind this a bit, but might be a good test. Soon find out, won't we? For now, this is it. So have you all had a good week? Oh, I've had what we call a wank week. Let's call it that. That BBC thing. The walk on roll that they'd said they'd give me, I didn't get, but I'm sort of glad I didn't. Also, I told you I had the COVID test because we had that cold. Well, before I went filming, they were still had me in mind for this walk on roll, so they said, like, you're going to need another COVID test. So I had to drive all the way to Bristol to get a COVID test. Luckily, it was like outside of Bristol, like a business park. I had to wait in my car, phone them, and then they told me when it was clear to go in. So I didn't make contact with anyone, that's fine. I had my test, must have passed it, because then they phoned up and said, yeah, can you do this filming on Tuesday? But the night before I was told that I wasn't getting the walk on roll. It's just, I'm one of the crowd, which is fine. I wasn't getting the rate that I wanted. I was a bit disappointed. I thought I'd do it anyway. I turned up and I was like, as soon as I got there, I was like, I don't want to be doing this. I've got editing to do. I could be out walking. It's nice weather. But I done it. And we all sort of had to wait in bubbles of people. You know, we wasn't mingling so much as we used to. And we all had to have masks on. And we was in like this marquee. But there's the other bubble where the walk on roll, if I'd have been doing that, I'd have been in that bubble. And it turned out that one of the women in that bubble, the woman who wasn't wearing a mask all fucking week, she's the only one who kept taking her mask off. Turned out her COVID test come back positive that morning. And they've all had to go home and self-isolate. We was at the other end. Luckily I wasn't near her, but even so, it's to be in that proximity with COVID, oh, it's horrible. And they sort of said, oh, you lot will be all right, you know, but if you want to get a test you can. So yeah, you know, because we got kids in school, and you think, and because I'm working and seeing people out of work, I feel like, what if I have got it and I'm passing it on? So I applied for another test. But to apply online, it says if you've been in contact with someone, which I sort of have. I've been in the same vicinity. I wasn't near her, but I've been in the same vicinity. If you've been in contact with someone, that's not enough to get a test. You have to have been in contact with someone and have symptoms, which is crazy to me. If it's, you know, if you can be asymptomatic, not show any symptoms and still carry it, surely if you've been in contact with someone, that is enough to get a test. So I've had to lie and say that I had symptoms to get it. Then I managed the second day to book a test in, because it's just that much of a nightmare. So I've got booked my test in. I had to drive to Exeter to a drive-through test centre, test myself, I mean, I don't feel like I've got it, but it's unnerving. And then when I left, she's like, right, you're going to have to, you and your family now have to self-isolate until you get the results. It's like, oh, well, I don't really, because I've lied. But it's like, oh, so waiting for the results. All we've done is told our bosses what's gone on, and it's just horrible, you know, not knowing. So hopefully I'll get the results. It should be fine, but it's just not nice. Anyway, Saturday now, and I thought I'd come out for a camp. Thank you for listening to my moaning. That's the week I've had. That is the week I've had. Anyway, this is it. This is me camping. I'm going to get a brew on now. And yeah, I'll show you lots of nice photos, maybe, with my new camera. And I've been using it for a bit of vlogging as well. So you got that video to look forward to next week. But anyway, this is me signing out. See you all later. Thank you, patrons. Morning, patrons. Trev's here. Just heading down. High Willhays over there. Yes, to here behind me. Finished camp. That was a cold night. That was a cold night. And quite windy. But I'm really pleased with that Vik 1. Might have been a bit too cold for the Vik 1, to be honest. Single skin tent. And it condensates. I'm interested. Next year I'm going to get the upgraded version, I think. I really like that little tent. I don't often go for a one-man tent, but I've enjoyed that. It held up really well because it was proper windy, and it really held up well. But it's only got like 6 pegs. I noticed yesterday. There's no guy lines, no guy ropes on there. It's just literally 6 pegs, the 4 corners and the 2 doors, and that's it. But yeah, I was getting blown all night. I was getting blown off all night, but it stayed upright, never waned. So I was chuffed with that. Anyway, I'll see you in the week for a live stream. Hope you join me. That'll be Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. Now, we may or may not have company, depending on me test results. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. And I'll have a good week. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you all soon. Cheers!